So once again, good evening to Europe. Thank you very much, Europe. You always come in strong on these webinars. We have a ton of people from all over the United Kingdom and everywhere in between, guys. We have people out of Sweden, Germany, Australia, New Zealand, Canada. Let's see who else is on here. We've got Nigeria in the house. Guys, the list goes on and on and on. So when I tell you that the Power On Xpress, their explosive cryptocurrency coin, the XECoin, and our parent company, XECoin, is going to change human culture for decades to come, that's an understatement. The reason being, ladies and gentlemen, we are attracting talent from the four corners of the earth. That's right. You right now that are on this webinar, whether you've heard this message once, 50 times, or this is the first time you're hearing it, you are about to put yourself in front of a disruptive technology that we'll never get to see again. Our kids will never get to see again. Guys, when we talk about the XECoin, the reason why we're so excited about the XECoin is we see what's going on with Bitcoin right now. We see what's going on with blockchain technology around the world, everything from Wall Street to big banks are even adopting it, but then also alternative coins. So what I love to do for those of you that love the cryptocurrency market cap roundup, because you get to see metrics in real time, on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the coinmarketcap.com. And the reason we do this before every webinar is so that you can see how beautiful your timing is. The reason why I say beautiful is because, look, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes it's better to have timing than to be better as far as skill set than anyone else. Timing trumps skill set a lot of times because you get to tell the story first, right? But if you look at your screen right now, ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin is at a $27 billion market cap. I mean, at the end of the day, guys, it's being traded. If you look at the price point, people are buying and selling Bitcoin around the world at $1,656.51. Now, for those of you that don't know much about cryptocurrency, the reason why that's highly valuable, ladies and gentlemen, is because just a few years ago, Bitcoin was worth less than a penny. That's right. It was worth 0.4 of a penny to be exact. And then even in 2010, you could still buy it at 10 cents. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is the parallel between what's going on with Bitcoin and what's going to happen with the XECoin in the future are going to be very similar. Because at the end of the day, the XECoin is the very first public cryptocurrency to be backed by clean, green, renewable energy, carbon credits, and physical products and services from our parent company, XECoin. So the reason why we're excited, guys, is because we're going to have a little more stability in the public exchanges around the world, and we're going to have valuation for decades to come. We've already proven that we can get listed on a public exchange. In pre-launch, we've been listed on the C-CEX exchange. But the reason why the company decided to reprogram the coin, guys, is because we're going to be dealing with solar power purchase agreements in the future, energy storage contractual agreements. So Ethereum, if you look at the number 2 coin on the cryptocurrency market cap, Ethereum has a blockchain that has smart contract technology, ladies and gentlemen. So you're never going to need an intermediary like an escrow company, a bank, because at the end of the day, the smart contract, the algorithm takes care of everything. So this is why Donna Sanka and the leaders within the Power On Xpress decided to reprogram the coin, our XECoin, and put it on Ethereum's blockchain, guys. It's very, I tell people this, it's very exciting because at the end of the day, you're going to see many things going on Ethereum's blockchain because it's limitless. We're going to start to see land deeds, driver registrations, medical records. You might vote for your next president in your country on the blockchain because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, it's way more secure. It's decentralized. There's no one focal point to attack, kind of like what banks have in place right now. I'm sure many of you have heard that countries get hacked all the time. Big companies get hacked. You've heard of Home Depot, right? That doesn't happen with the Bitcoin blockchain right now, guys. It gets attacked on a daily basis. But at the end of the day, because it's on a decentralized peer-to-peer network, you would have to hack a couple 100,000, a couple million computers at the exact same time to get anywhere, and that's not going to happen. Now, the beautiful thing about Ethereum, guys, just a few months ago, it literally was trading in the cents, like 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 cents. But what I'm telling people is because more people are adopting Ethereum because they understand that they can change the way everything from buying a home, right, to a driver registration, to a medical record. That's why so many people are adopting Ethereum's blockchain and their EtherCoin. As an example, South Korea right now love Ethereum because they're big into robotics and they're also big into fantasy gaming. So this is why you're seeing Ethereum rise up to almost a $9 billion market cap. Guys, they've gotten to this point faster than Bitcoin, and it's being traded right now at $92.34 per Ether coin, and they've already broken $100 on other exchanges, guys. In fact, on certain exchanges, people are selling Bitcoin at close to $2,000 and selling Ethereum at $150. So you're starting to see mass adoption all around the world. Ripple is another coin that we've been talking about on a weekly basis, and hopefully many people are listening. They're up to an $8 billion market cap. They're already up to 21 cents. Guys, we literally were buying Ripple when it was less than a penny, and we've been telling people about it since last year. But the beautiful thing about Ripple is that it's not going to go anywhere because it's going to help big commercial banks with remittance congestion. Now, as you can tell, Litecoin's making a run. It's up to $30. Just a few days ago when we were talking about Litecoin, it was between $12 and $16. They're already at a $1.5 billion market cap. NEM's at a $1.1 billion market cap. They're being traded at 12.6 cents. Dash is slowly but surely going to get to $1 billion, guys, and they're back up to being traded at $101.89. To round up the top 10, we've got Ethereum Classic at $6.91, Stellar Lumens at 5 cents, Monero at $30, and STEM at $1.05. Now, guys, the reason why this is highly valuable, you got to understand one thing. If we scroll to the very top, Bitcoin is losing its dominance on the cryptoverse, meaning just a few months ago when we started doing webinars for the company, Bitcoin had a market dominance of 75 to 80%. And now look at the market dominance, it's at 51%. Now the reason why we're having this conversation about the XECoin is because Bitcoin started it all, right? People were sick and tired of banks taking advantage of them. People were sick and tired of the housing crisis around the world, utility inefficiencies, the list goes on and on and on. So at the end of the day, what Bitcoin does for people around the world, it allows them to have a on a blockchain, it allows them to have a totally decentralized, open public ledger that literally allows you not to have hyperinflation with fiat currencies, just like Argentina, guys. I have a friend that lives in Argentina. They had about 1,200% inflation on their fiat currency. Many people that live in African countries, many of those governments have overissued or overprinted money, so much of that paper money is worthless, right? I had a friend in Zimbabwe send me a $100 million bill. I thought it was a joke, but that's literally what their company or what their country has done, guys. All countries around the world, they produce massive amounts. They just print money on demand. And this is why cryptocurrency is being highly adopted, because with Bitcoins, there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins in circulation. And the adoption, if you look around the world right now, guys, you literally can buy a Subway sandwich with Bitcoin. You literally can book interstellar galactic travel with Virgin Atlantic. You can go to a game with the Sacramento Kings with Bitcoin. You can buy a Tesla. You can buy a Lamborghini. And for those of you that have enough Bitcoin for a Lambo, make sure that you take a picture and send it to me, because one day you're going to laugh. And you might think this is silly, but all car companies will accept Bitcoin or alternative coins for their vehicles. That's just the world we're going to live in, ladies and gentlemen. So now what I want to do with everybody is I want to go over, now that you've got a quick rundown on the market cap and why that's good for XECoin, guys, let me just end with this. I'm going to end the cryptocurrency roundup with this. The reason why we're excited about the XECoin is, don't forget, all these coins we just talked about, they're all fiat currencies, just like the United States dollar. They're not backed by gold. They're not backed by silver. They're not even backed by notes. They're basically backed by supply and demand and trust. So to have the very first public cryptocurrency to be backed by green energy, physical products and services, and carbon credits, that's going to change human culture for a long, long time. And many of you are seeing this before hundreds of millions of people, so you're securing your positions worldwide, but also securing your power plans. Because at the end of the day, guys, now that you know what's going on with Bitcoin, and now that you've heard the story, how many people didn't pull the trigger when they saw it at 4/10 of a penny, how many people did not pull the trigger when it was at 10 cents or $1 or $100, but now got in the game a little later, and still they're going to make a ton of money, right? Because Bitcoin, there's a Snapchat investor that said that Bitcoin would probably be worth about $500,000 per Bitcoin by 2030. And obviously he knows something about investing, right? So what I tell people is timing is everything. Timing to business is just like location to real estate. That's why McDonald's has over 36,000 locations. Their real estate is very valuable, right? and your timing right now is hyper valuable. So let's go into the actual compensation plan. I just want to touch on a few things so that you can understand where we're going to go as a company as far as compensation. So who's excited? Raise your hand. Scream it out. I mean, literally, you're learning about a very disruptive technology that's going to change your family's financial future. But guys, you're going to go out and change a lot of lives. Believe me. You know how many people right now are craving the knowledge for somebody to share with them what Bitcoin, blockchain, or alternative coin technology is? You get to be that person that helps people find that financial solution, right? So remember, guys, what you're doing right now is highly valuable. This company would not, when we talk about the Power On Xpress, it would not be growing unless we had leaders like you on this webinar right now, guys. You could be doing a lot of other things right now. You could be at a pub, at a softball game, at a movie. But guess what? You're on here because you want to learn how to change your family's financial future. So we congratulate you. So, guys, let me just go over these slides real quick so you can understand some of the stuff we'll be changing. And as soon as we have, Nigel wasn't done with all the updates, so we can't divulge some stuff that we want to do today. Hopefully we can do it by Wednesday or Saturday, but for sure we're hearing by Friday or Saturday. We'll be able to tell people everything we're working on. But the beautiful thing about the direct sales bonus, guys, it's going to go back to the 60-40 split, meaning 60% will be going into your current account every Friday, right? And then the other 40% will be going into your reserve account so you can buy XECoins. But the beautiful thing about this, if you have a power plan that's paid for in your back office, on your first level, you're going to get 10% automatically, right off the bat, okay? So 10%. Now, if you come in for free, let's say you have a free position and you go out and you share the XECoin with people around the world and they start buying packages, then even as a free position on level 1, you get 5% of a direct sales bonus. So that's pretty exciting. Now on the second level, whether you have a paid power plan or you're free, as soon as you hit 6,000 euros in personal sales, you're going to get 3%. You're going to unlock another 3%. So let's add it up. 5 plus 3 is 8 for somebody that's free, right, that hasn't upgraded with a power plan. But then if you have a power plan, 10 plus 3, that's 13%, right? Now on the third generation, when you hit 10,000 euros in personal sales, if you're a free member, you just secured a position, you haven't upgraded yet, you're going to trigger another 2%. So let's add it up. 5 plus 3 plus 2. Now you're making 10% as a direct sales bonus. But if you have a paid power plan, guys, check this out. 10 plus 3 plus 2. I'm not a math genius, but that's a pretty good amount. 15% as a direct sales bonus. Now, obviously, guys, we have an infinity bonus. And that makes people very excited because when you hear infinity, remember, that doesn't stop at level 100, at level 2,000. It keeps going on and on and on. Many of you that have kids, what's that phrase that Buzz Lightyear says, to infinity and beyond? That's really what this infinity bonus does, guys. Now, let me just tell you, to take advantage of the infinity direct sales bonus, you personally need a minimum qualification of a Power Plan 5 or higher. That is why our PP5 is the most popular plan around the world. But as soon as, let's say you have a PP5 in place, Power Plan 5, and you hit 100,000 euros in personal sales, boom! Now from your fourth generation to infinity, you're going to get 1% as an infinity bonus on your entire team all the way down. Now don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the qualification is based on 100,000 euros in personal sales, gold rank status, basically, and again, you have to have a PP5 in place. Now remember, the direct sales bonus is going to be paid 60-40 every Friday. 60% will go into your current account, and you can withdraw that into your bank. We'll have a prepaid card here in the very near future, or you can get paid in Bitcoin. That's what I do every week. I get paid in Bitcoin. And then the other 40% is going to go into your reserve account so that you can buy more XECoins, guys, on the internal trading platform. We want to put more pressure on the platform, guys, because we want to create an ecosystem where when you have more demand than you have supply, the price is going to start to rise, right? So when we hit those public exchanges, guess what? We're going to have so many people are going to be hungry for that XECoin, it's going to give your XECoin value for decades to come. So now the dual team bonus will stay the same, guys, for now what we're hearing. They might change in the future, but for now what we're hearing is, let's say that, let me take some names out of the webinar because we have some studs. We have some absolute studs today. All right, let's see. I'm going to take Anders Stavland. Love that name. Anders Stavland. I'm going to take Barbara Richards. And let's see, who else? Anders, Barbara, and Darko. And we got some awesome names in this webinar today. All right, so Anders, Barbara, and Darko. Let's say that Anders is up here, okay? I'm going to explain this dual team bonus real quick to everybody. So let's say that Anders came in strong. He saw this information on Facebook, YouTube, somewhere, right? And he came in and he bought a Power Plan 5, just an example. But then Anders had a total marketing queen in Barbara Richards, right? And guess what Barbara did? She upgraded and she bought a Power Plan 5 too. So Anders knows Darko. I don't know if they know each other, but they should with those names, right? So Anders knows Darko, and Darko comes into Anders' team, and guess what he did? He bought a PP5 too. So now guess what that means for Anders? He is totally qualified to receive 10% on his pay leg, because this dual team bonus, guys, is a binary bonus, meaning you're going to have a power leg that has the majority of your volume, and then you're going to have what they call pay leg, which is the lesser of the volume. So let me give you some numbers so you can understand this fully, because now Anders is fully qualified for this. So let's say that Barbara, on the left-hand side, has 6,000 euros in group sales, right? And let's say that Darko has 5,000 euros in group sales on the right-hand side. So in this example, Anders would get a 10% bonus on his pay leg in this dual team bonus. So he would generate a bonus of 500 euros that Friday. Now, guys, this is dependent on volume. Some of you are getting massive volume. We have people coming in with Power Plan 6s, 7s, 5s. So you're building volume very, very quickly. Now imagine when we have products behind that. Imagine when we have the BioActus ready, the Vertigo, when all of this is in global marketplaces around the world and you have worldwide exclusivity to the products. Imagine the volume. So that 500 euro bonus that Anders is generating could be 5,000 in the future every Friday. Could be 50,000. I mean, literally, guys, the sky is the limit, because we have something that's so unique, it's going to revolutionize the way people look at energy and energy storage solutions. Now, as soon as Anders hits personal sales of 100,000 euros, now he's going to jump from 10% to 12%, guys. So once again, very simple to qualify. You come into the Power On Xpress, you lock down a power plan. It doesn't matter if it's a Power Plan 1 or Power Plan 7, guys. But like I said, the most popular plan right now is that Power Plan 5. I tell you this, I'll tell you right now, get as many XECoins as you can, because in the future, there's a passive component to this. If you're getting it at 0.12 euro, and let's say on exchanges in the future, they're selling for 5 euros or 25 euros or even 100 euros, that passive component, that profit margin, whenever you feel comfortable with it, you can sell it, right? They're your coins. You can do whatever you want with them. So don't forget, you come in, you have a power plan, you get one, you sponsor a personal, direct to you, a marketing partner on your left-hand side. They have to have a paid power plan. And again, it doesn't matter if it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. On the right-hand side, you get a directly sponsored marketing partner with a paid power plan, and it's off to the races, guys. Get your people qualified for this bonus, guys, because it will keep people around for a long, long time. This bonus will add up. All right, so let's talk about the Infinity Matching Bonus. I'm going to keep the same people, guys. I'm going to use Anders again. So let's say that Anders, in order to qualify for the matching bonus, let's say that Anders hit the minimum of 2,000 euros in personal sales, and now, including with Barbara on his left, he has 2 more directly sponsored marketing partners. And let's say with Darko on the right, he has 2 more directly sponsored marketing partners. And all 6 of them, guys, all 3 on the left and all 3 on the right, have a paid power plan. Guess what? Anders just qualified for a 5% Infinity Matching Bonus on his first, second, third, and fourth generation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to write this down, and this should excite you. Generations are not levels, meaning you can have 50, 100, 200 levels per generation or more. So when we're talking about 5%, imagine if you have 20, 30, 40, 50 levels in your first generation, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 levels in your second, so on and so forth, guys. That 5% is going to add up. This is why we want everybody qualifying for these bonuses as soon as possible. But what has people going absolutely bonkers around the world right now, I mean, we're attracting marketers from other companies that are top money earners, that are top recruiters. Literally, guys, they're not joking around with cryptocurrency. They know that there's a lot of money to be made. It's like being the first person to talk about McDonald's, Facebook, Google, Snapchat. Instagram. Literally, guys, that's what all these people are talking about when they talk about cryptocurrency. So this infinity bonus that we have right here, from the 4th generation to infinity, when you hit 250,000 euros in personal sales, you qualify for a 5% infinity bonus on your entire team all the way down. Now remember, guys, anytime you see the word infinity, that applies to anybody that has a Power Plan 5 in place or higher. But here, all you have to do to take advantage of the infinity matching bonus, a minimum of 250,000 euros in personal sales, and Emerald rank status is required. And guys, that bonus is going to change a lot of lives. Now, don't forget, the infinity matching bonus is paid down to the next member in your team who qualifies. So we want you to win massively. You want more commas in your commissions every single Friday? Make sure you get your people qualified, guys, because it's not just about what you do for yourself. It's about what you do for others on your team. If you can take the eyes off yourself, you put it on your other team members around the world, you get them what they want, money's going to chase you for decades to come, guys. This is just the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. When we talk about cryptocurrency, that market cap will be $1 trillion market cap one day. And we're seeing it right now in its infancy, right? Just a few weeks ago, we were barely, we were talking about getting into the $20, $30 billion market cap range. So, ladies and gentlemen, I congratulate each and every one of you for spending some time with us this evening. You know, Europe, you always do a phenomenal job of inviting people to these webinars. I get goosebumps just thinking about doing this Monday webinar for y'all, because you understand that in order to build a massive business, you have to plug in your marketing partners around the world. So congratulations, Europe. Thank you very much to everybody that joined us today. Make sure you get this information back to all your marketing partners around the world, and let's go build a massive company. Let's go change lives around the world. Have a phenomenal week, guys. We will see you Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's 9 p.m. Eastern. That's 1 a.m. UK time. So all those people in the UK, when you're getting home from the pub, just get your mates. They'll be a little bit tipsy already, so they'll listen to anything. Put them on our webinar, guys. This has been the Power On Xpress Company Update Live webinar for May 2017, guys. We hope that you hit a financial grand slam. God bless, and this